Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Allen. This is the game design pathway. It's going to be our week 10 video. I know a lot of you guys are at different points of the course right now, so I'm going to talk about some changes that they made recently. I know they're making a lot of them. And then I'm going to talk about a particular standard that I think you guys should get started on at some point before the end of the semester. Hopefully you can finish it. So I'm assuming if you click here, everybody's seeing the pathway standards. I emailed everyone their own individual version of this where I input all the ones that you did, so you'll know exactly what you've done and how many points it all adds up to. If you're in intro, I've been telling my students just to start with D1.0, which you guys should be done with, and then move on to all of D2.0, which you should also be just about done with. That's just to stay on track, so you'll be basically halfway done with everything by the end of the semester. So these ones, 1.0, 2.0, you don't really need much help from me. They're kind of just research it and then tell me about it. I did create assignments for all of them. So if you click through any of these, for example, 1.1, there are some options. You can choose one of these assignments or you can make your own assignment. So there should be plenty of stuff for you to get started on those ones. So if you get that, that's good. And then you can kind of just move down and move on to some of the other parts. You can go in whatever order you want, but I'm going to suggest that we try D6.7, which is worth a good amount of points. It'll be your game design document that you're making, which basically is a 10-page document that describes exactly how the game works. And the game is going to be something that you come up with. It can be anything. It can be any genre, any console or PC or mobile, whatever you want. Try to keep it T for teen, probably at the highest. Mature game. If you want to do a mature game, I'm gonna have to have your parents sign off, and there might need to be 2 groups then. But the way we'll do it is once everybody's done their design document, I'll upload them all into Google Docs or whatever Drive, and then everybody's gonna look through them and vote on their favorite. Whoever gets the most votes is one of the games we'll be creating. I think we're also going to continue creating the one from last year. But that'll all start second semester. That's kind of how I have it planned out, since we don't really have computers at most of the locations and there's all these other standards we got to just get out of the way first. So just work on these for now and then start moving down the list. So just to confuse you some more, they introduced these new mastery scales. I wouldn't get too concerned about them, because if you just are doing all of the standards anyways, you'll still get all the credit. It's just another way to confuse you guys. I'll briefly cover it, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's basically grouping standards into chunks or whatever you want to call them. And it's really backwards. It should be 1 through 4 the other way. But so basically, if you do 1.2, you're a novice. If you do 1.2 and 1.1, you're an apprentice. If you do all of these, then you're level 3. And if you do all of them, you're level 4, which gives you the full units. Like I said, it's kind of confusing and pointless, but what have you. That's what they're doing now. So anyways, if you do all of the 1s and all the 2, and then all the 2s are here also and here, that'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4 units, which you should probably have 5 done by the time it's the next semester. So if you do all the 1s and 2s, you're almost there. And then the one I want you to work on is 6.7, which is going to be here. And while you're at it, we can knock out these other ones too. And this one's worth a little bit more units. So anyways, if you're confused with that, send me an email. I'll try to clarify it. I just wanted to touch base on that. The standards are here. The mastery scales are here. It's always going to be there. So yeah, moving on, I'm just going to choose 6.7. This is the one where you create your game design document. For me, we're not going to build a small game. We're just going to make the game design document. We will eventually make a game, but you can satisfy the standard just by making the document. Says you can make whatever you want. Think about art style. Think about gameplay. Think about mechanics, all that good stuff. So here's some examples. If you click on that, these are ones from last year. This is actually the one that we did last year that we made the game out of. It's, got the summary, the outline, characters, controls. One of the assignments is to make controls. So you can use this part of it. See what it is real quick. It's, I think it's D 2.3. So 2.3, you can do it, and then you can put it in here. Gameplay, the world, experience, mechanics, enemies, bosses, DLC, and how you're going to make money. So you can take a look through some of these. Just to get an example, the art can be anything. It doesn't have to be art that you made. It could just be a picture that you think kind of represents what you're thinking of. Include in as much images as you can or as you want to kind of to illustrate what it might look like. I liked this one was done pretty well. So yeah, browse through those at your leisure. The template is right here. If you click template, you don't have to use this, but it might just be easier for you. Where's the add-on? Whatever. So yeah, you would just put the title here. If you want to make a fake box art, that'd be cool. If not, you can just put any old picture there that represents the game. Platforms, what's the age, what's the rating, and then the date that you're working on it. And then you just kind of go through and fill out all the blanks. Summary, gameplay, characters, controls, it's the same one that I was talking about. Mechanics and modes. I have a little brief description of what you might want to include there. Enemies and bosses, bonus material and DLC, and monetization. So a 10-page document sounds like a lot, but it really doesn't have to be 10 full pages of text. You can put in pictures. It doesn't have to be a full page. It just has 10 sections roughly. And one of the pages is just like a title page. So then put your name at the top. And that's it. So this will take a little while. So you might want to get started sometime soon. Let's see. When you open the template, basically you'll go File, make a copy, and then put a copy of it in your drive, and then put your name on it and the name of the game. Like I said, we'll try to vote on them by the end of the semester. Here's last year. You can start with a 1-page pitch if you want. That's what we did last year. And then move to the 10-page, or you can just go straight to the 10-page. If you haven't seen the video from last year, it's here. It's not going to look too great streaming through this, but watch it at your own leisure, and you can kind of see how much we got done. We didn't fully, accomplish what we set out to, but we can still keep working on it this year and next year, whatever. So I think it's a pretty important assignment. It'll give you the chance to make your own games, especially if that's something you're really into. So yeah, get started on that one fairly soon. And then make sure you completed, D 1.0 and 2.0. Continue working on Blender, Unreal when you get time, because some of the next standards will be covering our things like 3D art and level design and stuff like that. So I guess that's it for this week's quick little video. I'll do some demos, 3D modeling and level design once everybody's pretty much done with all the 1.0, 2.0 stuff. If you have any questions or you need any help, or if you want to just have a one-on-one Google Hangout with me, just send me an email. We'll schedule that, or I'll help you out however I can. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys next week. All right, bye.